What's up, Starcraft fans? Today we're doing the tier list for Thunderdome on Lock and Load. Brian, let us hear the mutation.
Lock and Load is the map where we have to capture 5 specific points on the map called locks. To capture a lock, both players need to have a unit standing on the lock simultaneously for 20 seconds, uncontested by the enemy, to turn it green. If the enemy stands on a lock uncontested for 10 seconds, it turns red and starts a timer bar that ticks as long as it remains uncontested, and fills faster the more uncontested locks he has. If the bar reaches full, we lose. Enemy heroes escort every attack wave, and mag mines are pre-deployed all around the map. They deal lots of damage to ground and air forces, but you can dodge them.
Yeah, we can't shoot them down, but we can dodge them. So, Stickspender is not on here. I think he's taking what I think is a well-deserved break. So, in his place we have Herman, who is a player from the Chinese server, and he has a Bilibili account. If you have that, I will look at it down below also. And also Tutu, who has been here for the past many weeks now. Tutu and Herman, how are you guys?
Great.
Pretty good.
All right. Herman, how are you gonna rank commanders this week?
The core mutator is just the Heroes of Storm. Main strategy that I'm gonna recommend is just to speedrun this mutation. So if you can beat this mutation before 11 minutes, you only have to face Raynor. If you keep on, just still fighting until like 90 minutes, you will start suffering from like
Many
2
heroes.
minutes both sides. It's just things just start to change.
How about you, Tutu?
Mag mines slow things down. So while it's not a big factor, it does affect certain commanders, which makes clearing a lot slower. So commanders who can dodge mines easily or clear mines easily will get slightly higher rating, I suppose.
All right, so for Herman, the mutator is Heroes from the Storm. For Tutu, it is a combination, I guess, with also Mag-nificent. For me, I disagree with both of them. For me, the biggest mutator is your ally. If you're on a solo queue game and your ally insists on throwing his entire army at the bonus and then dying to the bonus, you will not complete the game. Let's begin. Abathur, where do we have him?
All right, so Abathur, the good thing is that you can farm biomass pretty easily on this map. You have 4 areas in the beginning: the left lock, the center lock, the southeast lock, and the area near the southeast lock. So you can just like take bits and pieces from there after clearing the mines. He has his usual swarm host, Viper defense against heroes. Clearing mines is kind of a pain, so I would use sacrificial overlords or careful Leviathan's movement while your army is like in a safe place. His speed running is it's not very good here, but he can fight against heroes and you can drop toxic nests in their path, so that helps. He's overall pretty solid, so I gave him a B.
How about you, Herman?
Yeah, I also say B, and because Abathur versus Magmines or like Minesweeper just really sucks. Like when you are trying to farming the biomass, the Magmines is somehow a problem. Like you need to learn all the mines and then like put your nest down, or else the mines just might kill your nest. But I mean, his army, if you have enough biomass, heroes is just nothing. Like you just use Viper to just cloud them, and you just don't forget to dodge the nuke and Apocalypse. Yeah, so but yeah, I will give him a B. By the way, there is a skill when you are pushing, and if there is some magmas on your face, you can just drop a toxic nest on it, and it can just lure magmas away. And also, you can, if you use P2, you can just use a roach and just tunnel on the magmas to lure it away. Like 100 minutes is pretty worse.
You can body block the mines with roaches and toxic nests.
Yeah.
I had not considered that, but that does work.
That does work. I actually had him in A initially because I thought that the swarm host would be enough to kind of keep the heroes busy while you clear the map. Also, I thought that he would be A because the annoying part of this map is when the trickle starts coming to the locks and starts randomly capturing them. That's not a problem for Abathur because he could just deep tunnel a Brutalisk back. But both of you say B, so we'll go with B. Alarak, where do we have him?
Okay, so Alarak against heroes is pretty good. He has Ascendance, or you can just use Wrath Walkers. But Magmine somehow just limit the movement of you. Like it depends on your skill. Like if you can dodge the Magmines really well and use a mothership or just use Alarak himself or even Cloak Havoc to try to lure some Magmines away, it will be really helpful when you use the Empower Me to push. I think he is pretty solid, so I will give him B.
Cool. How about you, Tutu?
You probably want P3, so the mothership. I think mothership clears the further locks better than other things. You can throw like supplicants if there are no enemies along the path. The heroes you can use overcharge pylons plus Empower Me or whatever. It's really easy. I didn't use Ascendants. I used Wrathwalkers because I'm lazy, but it worked just fine. I put them in B as well.
All right. Oh, by the way, I initially have him in C, but both of you guys said B, so we'll go with B. Arcturus, where do we have him?
Manx is interesting because the enemies sit at the locks while they wait. So if you're using ESOs, you can kill or at least damage, weaken them significantly before they can even walk out. So his clearing takes a little longer than usual, but the enemies, especially if you're using P1, you just keep dumping the contaminated strike on them, and then you just keep hitting them while they're just standing there waiting for their turn to come out. The fact that from the center you can hit you can hit all 4
Locks.
spawn points.
Oh, spawn points, yeah.
The spawn points, as long as you know where they're going to come from next, even if you don't know, you can kind of ESOs to scan them. You can hit all 4 spots, and you can build a few ESOs at the natural as well if you want to make sure, and you can pretty much destroy everything before anything is a problem. So I put him in S.
How about you, Herman?
Yeah, I think he is also an S. I will put him in S because the enemy will just stay in the place, and you can just use ESOs or contaminate strike. There is another trick. So after you get the upgrade airdrop for the Dominion Trooper, you can just use 40 minerals to lure 1 or more mine.
About how many Earth Splitters do you build in the center?
As many as possible.
As many as possible.
As many as possible.
If you can max out with just Earth Splitters.
20.
20 sounds about right.
Well, I had some in my natural and some in the center. Probably like 12 plus in the center.
Yeah, so you maybe want to build them first in your natural, and then just bombard the middle area, and then just start building ESO there. So kind of pushing, ESO pushing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, so S for everyone. Artanis, where do we have him?
Artanis, I was a little bit it's really interesting. Like I'm really considering using P0 or using P3. I mean, they both have advantages. Like P0 has Guardian Shield, which is really good against mines, or if your ally just get nuked by Nova, and you have Guardian Shield, you can just save his life. If you want to carry yourself, or maybe just try to speed run like with your allies as soon as possible, you might want to consider P3. If you're P0, you just mass dragoons and just don't forget dodge the hero's ability. And if you're P3, you might want to consider Tempest plus Zealot, but you can also just mass dragoon, but just watch out you don't have the Guardian Shield. I think it's a B though. Yeah.
B. So yeah, dragoons are pretty good here. Garden Shell is a literal lifesaver. Archon dudes are great if you have the 3rd prestige, which is Archship Commandant and Shield Overcharge. Can also help out. One more thing that I like about Artanis here is that the Archon dude bug was fixed. You can actually use them now on top of buildings and rocks and siege tanks, and they will they'll always spawn. So that's pretty awesome. How about you, Tutu?
Your plan with Artanis depends on whether you are the carry or you're the helper. Just like what Herman said. If you're going to carry, you want P3. I beat this before the 17-minute wave. So the first solar I used in the top lock and killed the hybrid plus the enemies there. The second solar I used on the 11-minute wave, and the third solar I used on the east lock, the right side. And I did the same thing. So yeah, so you can also you have good mobility. So if you need to summon stuff to help, that's kind of good. I put them in B as well. I think dragoons are fine.
How did you get vision of the north lock for the first solar?
I get Observer and then fly past the mines and then siege it, then drop Archon dudes, and then they can take a few Magmine hits and then Solar.
Is it a viable alternative to rush to Stargate instead and fly a Phoenix into that area?
Yeah, you could also do that. I like the Observer because you can siege and then still use F2.
Both of you guys had him in B. I actually had him lower than B, but both of you say B, so let's go with B. Dehaka, where do we have him?
I beat this with just heroes and top bar, so no units. It was not super easy, but I would imagine that if you make units, it would be even easier. Like just creeper hosts, send them in a direction to clear mines. He's super strong. The pack leaders are super strong. Dehaka's still Dehaka, but the pack leaders, they can, especially Mervar, just like kill those heroes so quickly. I put Dehaka in A.
Why not S?
Because if your ally takes a long time, I don't know how it'll go, but I just put him in A.
How about you, Herman?
I will also put him in A. And there's one situation I will put him in S is when he plays with Abathur.
Yes.
Yeah. and because, there's a combo for like Dehaka P1 and Abathur, because it's just strengthen Abathur's brutalist. I mean, in the early game, it's just, but if you play in public, like you just play by yourself, you might want to use Dehaka P2. And the pack leaders are really strong. Before you put down your pack leader, just eat the Dehaka.
Eat the Dehaka. That'll reduce him by 25%.
Yeah, I think basically it's that. And you can use Glyphic to clear the west and the south block.
West
like
and
you
south?
can just use the deep tunnel.
Both of you guys said A, so alright, let's have an A. Without prestige, still A.
Might be the bottom of A.
Phoenix, where do we have him?
Phoenix against Hero is pretty good because we all love Caudalis. Phoenix early game is also really strong. Caudalis and Talis kills a lot of stuff. The main strategy is to finish the mutation ASAP.
How many gateways do you recommend here for Phoenix? 20?
Like more than 8.
More than 8.
I mean, if you are P2 though, because P2 you can
Making it for cheaper.
The unit is cheaper though.
Okay, so where do you have him?
Maybe at the bottom of A.
Alright. How about you, Tutu?
Yeah. Because, well, in my mind, Phoenix P2 is basically like a Tychus Zagara hybrid, where your champions are more or less sacrificial. Like if they get hit by mines, you don't really care. I mean, you don't want to if possible, but if you get hit, you don't really freak out because you have more. It's more or less like a regular mutation with Magmine slowing you down. I put him in A. You just kind of play normally. You can like throw Mojo, like fly Mojo across to clear some mines once in a while, and then he'll come back.
So Phoenix, without prestige, still A?
You just have to dodge a little more.
Yeah, like just dodge the Magmines.
Are you sure you're still on the Hawk's level without prestige? The second prestige makes it really good. I guess I actually don't see any advantages of not having the second prestige because your shells are basically just there to be shells. And the fact they're cheaper and the fact that your champions are stronger makes the second prestige network administrated really good. So without that prestige, I would argue he's maybe not A anymore. Maybe top of B.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you have to play a little differently.
All right. So
yeah, and also there is a trick. If your ally suffers a lot from the heroes, you can always use Arbiter to freeze the heroes.
Yeah. The stasis. Han and Horner, where do we have him?
Han and Horner is really good against Magmines because you can clear them so easily. And since the heroes don't get bigger, you can actually fight them pretty easily with Mass Reaper, Raven plus Carrier Galleons.
I would add Hellions just to slow them down with tar bombs. Yeah. Also the buff.
I suggest doubling up cooldowns. So 11 minutes, you use the space station and call in the fleet together. So you super weaken them before they get close. And then the 14-minute one will be Zeratul and Zagara. Zeratul can't hit air, and Zagara is not that good. So you kind of like Magmine or snipe them beforehand. Then 17 minutes, you have the space station and call in the fleet for Kerrigan Artanis again. Han Horner, I think, is solid B. Like, you clear mines. You're not so super good, but you're not like A level.
All right. So where do you have him, Herman?
I'll also put him in B.
All right.
Yeah, in B because like use P1 just Mass Reapers and Ravens. Just build like 2 Ravens, and it like the Reaper kills the heroes pretty fast because there is no other mutators. So you can also use the Strike Fighters
to weaken the heroes. That's
Yeah.
true.
And
All right.
yeah, if you use P2, yeah, basically just Hellbat plus Hellion, and if you have like 3 or 4 battlecruisers, like 2 or 3 shot, you just kill a hero.
Also, if you put down Magmine, they might look like the ones that will hurt you.
Okay, so Han and Horner B.
Yeah.
Karax, where do we have him?
Karax is really interesting this week. Like usually when we think about Karax with Heroes of Swarm, we might think P1, right? Like the monolith just use the Chrono Boost to kill the heroes really fast.
I'm actually thinking carrier sentinel spam, but go ahead.
Yeah, maybe P2 carrier, yeah, or P2 immortal. It's also fine.
Yeah.
But this week, I really recommend a unit called Mirage. If you're gonna speed run with your allies, carrier is really expensive, and monoliths like they are static defense. So Mirage might be something you might want to consider about, because you're using Mirage. You can save some of your energies to push. Like you don't need too much energy to push, and you can just use the energy to bombard the heroes.
How do you fight massive units and the buildings? Do you just not fight them?
You can just flank the lock and like just go from the back and use mirage. Yeah, and if you met like hybrid, just use the orbital strike. Yeah, and solar lit. I think it's in the middle of B.
In the middle of B, I would think of using Mirages against the Magmines, but not just for the whole game. But sure, go ahead. Let's have it B. How about you, Tutu?
I put Karax in A. The Unity barrier is like Artanis' Guardian Shell. You get a free shot. You only lose it if you use P1, which you shouldn't use here. I don't think I used Mirages. I think I straight up went carriers. And going from the back strats doesn't work if your ally needs to walk in from the front with a worker or something. If they don't have the mobility to capture the lock with you.
Because I did solo, but yeah, you're right.
So since most people here are playing with the ally, going from the back strategies aren't going to be as effective, because even if you clear everything, your ally has to go from the front to capture the locks.
Unless they have
I
Omega
think
Worms.
simply just massing carriers, 2 life sentinels, and top bar.
Yeah, there it is.
It's slow, but it's very sturdy. You're
sturdy.
Not like Nova nukes you still have an extra life or something. You can bait the nuke with like sentinels.
In Nova nukes you have 2 extra lives because you have Unity Barrier and Reconstruction on your sentinels. Does that convince you, Herman?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, also, observers at the locks would be very good for sniping trickles. Kerrigan, where do we have him?
Kerrigan can do hero only. And since Kerrigan doesn't go from the back, really, you're just clearing everything really, really fast. You can clear everything really fast with P2. 11 minutes. The 11-minute wave was about to walk out, and I cleared everything already. I only needed 1 immobilization wave. Plus, Omega Worms allow your ally to get to the locks quickly.
They can tank mines too.
The problem with Kerrigan is that if you don't speed run, if your ally's like, oh, I want to kill the bonus, then you're kind of screwed.
Yes.
You need like Ultralisks or something to fight the heroes. So yeah. I put Kerrigan in A.
All right. How about you, Herman?
Wait, so you're saying that like if your ally really want to go to bonus, and you might just screw out. So
yes,
like, I know why you said A, because if you speed run, you just kill everything, and before the real heroes come.
The real heroes. Yeah, just 1 hero before 11 minutes.
Yeah, because I was thinking Kerrigan is bottom B. I forget how fast it can speed run. Like probably bottom A or like middle A is good, but I don't think she is better than Dehaka though. I
don't think I can agree with A this time, just because I don't think any of the other A's would be having a much harder time if they have an uncooperative ally who takes so long and throws their entire army at the bonus. I would keep Carry out of A just for that. Unless you could do something like Dude Lords to distract the heroes. If that'll work, maybe I'd keep her in A.
I think Ultras are better.
Ultras are better?
Dude Lords get snooped by Nova like crazy. I would use Omega Worms to hold off heroes. But
yeah. Well,
just like throw them in front.
Because the Ultralisks have 2 life.
Do you guys still say A despite that? I don't think if Kerrigan can't hold on against the heroes, if her ally is uncooperative, I don't think I can put him in A.
Well, if they're gonna like go for the bonus to let you, and after you have already cleared the map and they're just not capturing lock, you might as well quit and start again, and you'll finish faster than trying to win that one. Because Kerrigan clears super fast.
So true. Besides, if your ally throws his stuff at the bonus, he kind of deserves to lose anyway after you clear the whole map. Anyway, yeah, Kerrigan's alright, let's put him in A. Nova, where do we have him?
Nova is really good this week. I mean, you can just use the heroes to RPG, and when their heroes come,
Liberators.
Yeah, liberators. So
show them the meaning of freedom.
Nova has too much mobility. Like just keep E, and I don't think any mines could hit you. Yeah, and use the use the strike really often. Yeah, to just because it clears the lock really fast. Like just one Griffin strike and you can just go to have a lock.
Yes.
Okay, so letters. Yeah, I think is bottom S. Yeah, bottom S.
Okay. How about you, Tutu?
I didn't put Nova in S. I put Nova in A because well, you have to be on top. You have to pay a lot of attention. So, and you gotta like move liberators around. It's not super hard, but like you have to dodge the nukes first. If you're what the airlift is on cooldown, or if you mistime it or something, you're gonna lose. If you're trying to clear locks one side and like a mag mine you thought you dodged hits your army, then you're kind of screwed. Heroes aren't really neither mutators is really a big thing, but the mag mines makes clearing a little bit slower than usual. You can blink around and clear mines, I guess. That's faster. I think she's a solid pick. She can kill heroes easily. And she can also weaken waves the way Han Horner and Manx can. But you can't mess up.
Yeah. It's
unforgiving. You really can't mess up because you can't just like build 8 liberators. Yeah, if you just lose all of them, like it has cooldown, right? Yeah, it has cooldown. Okay,
so yeah, that's why I put her in A only. Still good.
Are you convinced, Herman? Or would you like to make a case for S?
No. Like I think you probably like top, like maybe top or medium A, because like okay, so I forgot the things like so for Nova usually against the mag mines when you are pushing. So there are 2 strategies. So first you can use Nova to just lure all the mag mines first, and then use Lib and Raven pushing. And second, you can just use them to push together, and when the mag mine comes, you just put a turret, like put a Raven turret. So here maybe we want to use Nova first, like use the first choice to use the Nova to lure all the mines first, and then start pushing. So yeah, the mag mines will slow the pushing speed, I guess. So yeah, like it's not missed. Like it's not really easy. I mean, it's easy, but you can't really mess up.
It's higher risk.
Yeah.
All right.
Like Nova, like the design of this commander is really simple. Like she didn't have a lot of macro, right? Like she didn't have a lot of macro. Just don't forget to upgrade your tags, like your tags for Liberator, tags for Raven, and tags for Nova herself, and for attack. Yeah, because usually Nova don't upgrade armor though. So yeah, because you never you
have defensive drones.
It's a little bit chance you get hit by the enemy. Yeah, because Liberator has 13 range, and you can just use the Griffin strike. So yes, just focus on your micro in the front. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's sensible. So do you agree with A?
Yeah, I agree with A. I agree with Tutu.
Raynor, where do we have him?
Oh, Raynor is an interesting one. So he's not good with speed running. He's not very good versus heroes either. So
He can lure the mines.
yes,
Yeah.
his Hyperion triggers lots of mines really easily. What did I do? I used P3, I think. I used P3 and I put my spider mines at the top of the ramp because they don't have vision. So when they walk up the ramp, they get like hit with mines in the face.
Yeah.
That's how I stopped the hero waves. Later on, BCs can take care of them, but earlier, the 11 minutes, I don't think I had enough BCs. Yeah. I put him in C because you gotta be really good on top of everything, micro, macro, and clearing is kind of slow.
All right. How about you, Herman?
Oh, I just have a question for Tutu. So, in this map, the AI is a little bit special because even you never trigger the detection for Amon, like it will still like has ravens or like overseers or observers. So did you kill them like before they come to ramp?
No, I had so many mines that they were
So
fighting
it doesn't
some and
bother.
they eat the other ones.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
interesting.
yeah, I was thinking like C or D. Like yeah, just like what Tutu said. Like his speed run is like he can't really speed run this because I mean his the cooldown for his top bar is a little bit longer, and if there is no top bar, Raynor talking about Raynor's pushing, it's just like bios. Like if you really
Yeah.
want to push, but bio against heroes
Mines.
really sucks. Like Artanis is just your grandfather. Yeah,
All right. So I guess we can agree on C, right?
yeah. See,
All right. Statboy
not bad.
S.
I mean, he's
Let's move
still
on.
usable. He's okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Statboy S. Let's move on.
Oh, okay, yes, that yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Go. All right. Come on.
Yeah, I think
It's a
so.
Do we have to
no-brainer.
explain why?
No. Super Gary clears everything, even the mines, and for the heroes you just have Zerglings and Infestors or other units if you want to. So yeah, easy S.
Oh, okay, I would just talk about one skill you can use, but I mean, you guys maybe all know this. So when you see Nova or just when you want to lure an hero's ability, you want to use Green Zone first, like to just get the 16 per second regeneration, and then when you see the nuke coming or the apocalypse, right, like from the Kerrigan, yeah, that AOE stuff. I don't know the name for that ability. So then you change to blue zones
Blue zone, then run away.
just run away, and then
Yeah.
when the nuke comes down, and then you just switch back. Yeah, I
Or
would still say please dodge them, even though your Zergling didn't it's just 10 damage, but I still say just dodge them. Yeah.
or alternatively, hear me out here. Alternatively, just swarm them with Zerglings who don't care.
Yeah. So only Zerglings didn't care, but other unit like if there is like air unit, you might want to consider building some hydrolis. Yeah.
I guess. Or
They
just
still
carry.
care though.
Just fight him with carry. All right. Stukov, where do we have him?
Stukov is super, super slow.
Yes.
But it's it's reliable, but takes really, really long to finish.
Slow and
So
steady.
you should probably rush. Well, since actually no, you don't have to, since this is the second heroes at 11 minutes. But normally against heroes, you rush the upgrade at the eBay upgrade at the tech lab, the one that deals 50 damage over time. You rush that one so you can kill heroes better. That's what I did for Memorable Boss. But for this one, since the second wave doesn't come to 11 minutes,
Just get
yeah.
it. Just get it for 11 minutes.
The infest structure is great for clearing mines. You infest structure, you just drag the brootlings, clear some more mines.
That's funky.
Heroes will eventually die if you just you have like a barracks or two barracks in the front, just like tanking with infest structure while the infested trickle poke at all the things and they'll eventually die. With an ally, you're gonna do like clear a lot faster, but yeah, he takes some time, but he can do it. So I put him in B.
How about you, Herman?
Okay, so I think for Stukov this week, the only thing you really care is the plan for your top bar. Like I mean, for Apocalypse and Alexander, yeah. And if you plan them well, and like there are three choices. You can build mass bunkers, like just build infinity bunkers, or you can use tank, or you can use queen. Like these three choices are all okay because there is no Avenger and yeah. There's not any other mutators to strengthen the heroes. So letters, ST is definitely better than Raynor, but not
Not a lot.
worse than Artanis. So like bottom B though.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have three choices: either bunkers, siege tanks, or queens. They all work. Swann, where do we have him?
Honestly, I didn't have a solo with him this week. For next week mutation. So so in my mind, Swann against heroes. Usually I just use the wrath. Yeah, cloak wrath. So
Cloak wraiths.
Cloak wraith. That's a really good thing against heroes because turrets can move, and when the nuke comes down, you might want to just sell them as
Just
soon as
dodge.
possible.
Yeah.
I mean, if you use if they nuke on your race, you just dodge them, and I think Tutu did a strategy in memorable boss is mass factories and use laser to kill the heroes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's maybe another choice you can pick.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, yeah, and talking about letters, I think C. Yeah, because I really didn't have a solo with Swann for the next week, so yeah, I think probably C. And talking about the top bar, like I mean, you need to have like the top bar will provide vision. I mean, for the what's that called? The second one for the top bar.
Concentrated beam.
Yeah, Hydrogen beam. So it will provide vision. So when you cast it to a lock, you might want to considering building some turrets around the locks you already occupied. So yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Tutu?
He doesn't. He can deal with heroes, but not very well. He doesn't clear very quickly. Super slow. I used Mass Factory with turrets, and then for the farther locks, I teleported Hercules and cleared some stuff. Concentrated beam, no, pulse cannon both sides, and then teleported some tanks to defend it while capturing.
Sure. So
Yeah, he's for the heroes, I used mass factories. So like if they nuke my factory, so what? I have more. And then
yeah.
I think I had a concentrate beam to kill all the
escorts.
regular enemies,
Yeah.
so that the laser can focus on the heroes that are dangerous. I put Swann in C because he's slow.
All right. So
Yeah.
unanimous C. Tychus, where do we have him?
Tychus. So I did a Tychus only run where it's just Tychus, and I finished by the 11-minute wave. Well, the 11-minute wave was killing my base.
Well,
because it was my first try. So if I had to try again, I would have planned my building placement better. But just Tychus with no other outlaws cleared this mostly before 11 minutes. Pretty
With
much.
Lone Wolf. Yeah.
I used Lone Wolf. Just Tychus. I mean, if you made other outlaws, he would be stronger and you could clear more places. But I just used Tychus himself with, yeah. So I think he's solid A.
Cool.
If it gets too long, I don't know. Fighting multiple heroes might be a problem.
Might be.
Lone wolf fighting heroes is kind of annoying if you're not used to it, and if you're not P2, then it's like you might get sniped to death if you're not careful.
Yes. So A?
I put him in A because he clears super fast.
How about you, Herman?
Okay, so I'm thinking still A because yeah, like for me it's S because I use Lone Wolf really well. But I mean for the normal players, not everyone
Us
was,
peasants.
are
You and me,
familiar with,
guys. We're
Tychus.
peasants.
yeah. So yeah, I think letter is A. And talking about heroes with Lone Wolf. So I mean usually the Dehaka and the enemy Tychus will come at the 6-minute mark, right? So if so in other maps you want to speed run the A gear for Sam. Yeah, because they can Sam can just one shot the heroes if you buy that gear, and so for this one, so there will be 4 heroes from the northwest side,
Yeah.
and you want to have all 3. Yeah, I think all 3 gears for Sam at the 11-minute mark. Probably you can have like three outlaws like Tychus, Sam, and Sirius at that time, and you maybe only have 2 or you can have like 3 gears at that time. So just snipe the just use cloak and super cloak and then snipe the heroes. Yeah. And I think all the heroes will, like in the early game before like 90-minute mark, all the champions. Oh, I mean, all the heroes will come from the southwest part. So if there is Zeratul, I mean, Zeratul really kills Tychus because like it is cloaked.
Cloaked, yeah.
Yeah, it's cloaked. So you want to put some turret from series before it comes, and then use the Sam to snipe them. And also, Zeratul's blink can dodge your Sam's ability, so it's annoying. It's really annoying. So that's why Zeratul is Tychus' biggest enemy. Yeah.
Or it can just fight Zeratul using Sirius like a normal person. But sure, go ahead.
Yeah, and yeah, but I mean, like Sam kills heroes really fast if his ability is recharged and has no cooldown. So yeah, just you. I mean, every time like if you ever talk about Lone Wolf or even just Tychus against hero, Sam is really the core for the entire
Anti-hero, yeah.
Yeah, he is the MVP like against
the heroes.
So.
Correct.
Yeah.
True. So
yeah, and also okay. So if you don't have P2 Lone Wolf, if you're using P0, and Sirius turret is a really good thing to trick to trick some abilities, just like Zeratul's that 500 damage thing, that ability. Like I mean, turret can just trigger it, and you can then use your Sam to stun him. Yeah.
All right. So where do you have him?
Oh, also A. Yeah, also A.
All right.
For me, it's that, but I think for most players, it's A.
Without prestige, still A.
I think
say
so.
yes.
Yeah. And also when you're dodging the Mag-mines, so if you're a P2, you really didn't really care about Mag-mines. I mean, one just hit you like 125 damage, and also Mag-mines deals physical damage, so you need to count your armor, but it's not a lot though. So yeah, so like one Mag-mine is like 125, or maybe after reduce armor, so 120 damage. So for Lone Wolf is like you don't really need to carry, just right click to dodge it. Yeah, but for P0, if there are a lot of mines coming through, especially when you use Odin's red button, like it can trigger a lot of Mag-mines. you might want to just use the medvac to pick them up for like 5 seconds to wait all the magmas pass through and then just drop them down. Yeah.
Sure. So A.
A for P0 also. Yeah.
Zagara, where do we have him?
Zagara, I don't remember what I did. I mean, like, I don't remember how long it took. Let's see.
Like
17 minutes before
Oh,
17.
so you fought the
Okay.
40-minute wave.
Oh,
Yes.
not zero.
But since the heroes don't get buffed, you just kind of run everything at them and then they die.
Eventually. Don't they?
Yeah.
Doesn't Nova nuke all your Banelings? Oh, you send you
Did
send
I?
a partial. Did you send a partial wave to get nuked, or did you dodge the nuke?
Let's see. She tried to nuke my Banelings, but my Banelings continued rolling forward and killed everything else. So I control clicked all my Banelings, ran them forward. She tried to nuke them, and then the spot she nuked became like an empty spot because nothing was there after they continued rolling,
Oh
and then
man.
everything died.
Oh man. Okay. So where do you have him?
Zagara also has the evasion for Zerglings, so
Yes.
you can like run them into clear mines, and you can like fly overlords to clear mines.
Yes.
I put Zagara in B,
All that
Okay,
for a B.
which prestige did you use?
third one, of
Oh,
course,
third. Oh,
the good one.
The good
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
First prestige is trash in most cases.
I love it.
First prestige is a noob trap.
I'm a noob. I'll keep using. I don't care. It's fun.
It is fun, but
it
it's
is
like
fun.
it's not as strong as P3.
I'll keep you. I play regular brutal. I don't care. So how about you, Herman? What do you have, Zagara?
Same as Suzu. Yeah, because I think as the girl, if there's no other mutation experience in the heroes, like Zergling, I mean, you just use the baiting first, like to just clear like most of the waves, and then
Yes.
just use the links to surround them,
Surround the
like
heroes,
just
yeah.
like what Statboy did, but Statboy has that regeneration, which Zagara didn't have that. So
Yes.
yeah, and when you are facing like air comp, yeah, you won't have Scourge. Yeah, definitely don't forget Scourge when you are when you are facing the air comp.
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of players just keep building Zerglings and Baitings. Just don't forget about the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also if you're gonna play with Artanis, you can try with P0 because you have enraged plus enraged plus the emergency shield Zerglings. So it will take like 4 hits for Kerrigan to kill one of your lings. Yeah, and then you also have Guardian Shield. I mean, like definitely P0 Artanis though. So that's a combo. That's a combo for
A synergy.
2 commands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you have him?
Same as Tutu. I think Tutu says
Tutu
B
said
or
B.
I said B.
Yeah. So like she is still she is B.
Cool.
Yeah.
Zeratul, where do we have him?
Can you just put him like straight on S or
Sure.
maybe wait a second. Not that kind of brainless as Setboy though.
Yeah,
So
not as brainless as that boy.
when you are using Zeratul against the against heroes, so usually there will be like a 6-minute mark or like 7-minute mark where the Dehaka, Tychus, and the Karax might come. So on that way, you want to use a legion, Artanis legion. Yeah. So just save 800 minerals for the 11-minute mark, and you want to use your Dark Templar, Dark Templar or
Void Templar.
Mass Stalkers to dodge the to trick the nuke first, and then put your legion down. You don't want to put your legion and get nuked, right? So
Yes.
yeah, you definitely want to trick the nuke
So
first.
aggro
and
the nuke
yeah,
first.
then use the legion.
Cool. So how about you, Tutu? Go ahead.
Wait a second. So and then
Yeah, I'm waiting.
when you are pushing, you want to use Zeratul's blink to learn almost all the Magmines first, and then you start pushing.
All right. How about you, Tutu?
I actually don't know how hard this mutation really should be because I didn't mine. And I beat this with no money and
P3
I don't remember.
money. Yeah.
With P3, of course.
Yeah.
I finished at 11:45.
That's
So,
crazy.
You see, so Tutu is always doing the speed run. Yeah. So you guys know, just speed run. Yeah, you won't get paid for the.
But
mid-
have a
problem
cooperative
is-
ally.
Yeah.
The ally
the ally,
stimulator.
like you teleport to the back. I teleport to the back,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I skipped like all the mines for one of them. So you can't do
Yeah.
that with the ally. So
You
actually,
cannot do that.
I don't know how hard this would be to play normally, but I would think it's definitely not S because if you're not careful, Nova kills all your stuff.
Oh yeah.
So if you know what to do, then it's-
so when you want to use stalker, I mean like ambushers against Nova, you always want your Abathur is there, so that it won't one shot your ambusher. Because one shot is 200 damage, and if you get any kind of damage reduction, it's not one shot at least.
that's-
Sure.
Yeah.
So
I think Zeratul is A. So once if
Oh.
you're playing like other like not P3, your Void Templar will eventually get a second life. So makes killing heroes a lot easier.
yeah. So Herman, are you gonna make a case for S? Because we have a rule here in tier list. If it's not unanimous, it's not S.
Oh.
Yeah. You're gonna have to convince Tutu if you want Zeratul to be an S.
Okay, so I think ally is definitely a big problem
Yes,
here.
it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let's just
Yeah, because
Oh,
like,
listen.
if you just go from
Ignore
the
the
back and clear everything, but your ally can't come because like the front has mines and has some like static defense there.
Or because he only sees the bonus.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of allies just really want bonus, even though they're already like have 90 masteries.
Half my base is dying, and all he sees is the bonus. Anyway.
Yeah, I know this kind of situation. I have faced that before, though. So yeah, like quitting like just acting Q like might be a good choice and just start a new game. Yeah, but yeah, ally is definitely a big problem.
All right.
I mean, on this map and on the COA and on the Cradle of Death, yeah, these three maps, ally is the biggest problem, not the mutator or the AI composition. Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you gonna try to convince Tutu?
Put him in A though, because
All
like
right.
I think every like 18 commanders, only Set Boy didn't really care about heroes. Like if they're like just compare with normal brutal with like only like with one mutator heroes of storm. So only Set Boy didn't really care about the heroes. Yeah, and like for every other commanders, you need to just save some cast or like save some top art or like save some like abilities or maybe you need to like speed run some like upgrades or maybe
or chip away at the heroes.
Control his heroes. Yeah, definitely they are all they you need to plan them ahead like before.
But Stetboy just attack moves like it's nothing.
Yeah, Stetboy just attack move and just don't forget to fight in your
stat zone.
In your green zones. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Zeratul A?
Then Zeratul goes to A. Yeah.
Cool. So that is our tier list for this week. Rankings. Let's go to rankings. Who's best among the S?
Is that a real question?
Sad boy though.
All right. There we go. Yeah. Who's best among the A?
Dehaka.
Dehaka. Yes.
All right. Second best?
P2 Dehaka is really good. Yeah.
All right. Second best?
Nova?
You think Nova? Phoenix?
Phoenix
Oh,
or
because Phoenix,
Karax.
like, oh, so you mean like you can, like, there is tolerance. Like, if you get hit by mines, that's definitely fine. But for Nova, you can't hit by 2. Like, if you hit by 1, it's like 250 damage. But 2, like, Liberator has like 450 health, I think. Yeah, so 2 will, like, your Liberator will just vanish. Yeah.
All right. So,
So Phoenix next. Okay.
I would rank the more forgiving ones higher.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I'm thinking
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
Karax would
and
go
they can
higher.
teleport your ally. Oh, Nova can, but it has more cooldown. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking Karax is actually second rather than Phoenix because you literally have double life on everything. Also repair beam, also spear of Adun. I think it's yeah. Do you guys agree? Karax second, or do you guys think Phoenix?
The ally buffing part gives him the edge, I guess, over Phoenix.
Yeah, the ally buffing part, either with the passive chrono, or the super chrono, or the unity barrier. Yeah, they're just so much going for Karax. I think Karax gets ranked second.
Yeah.
Who's third?
Phoenix.
And then Phoenix. All right. Who's next?
Yeah.
Kerrigan.
Kerrigan. All right.
Not Nova again. Yeah.
Then
Nova.
Is it correctly ordered?
Probably Zeratul should wait. So
Zeratul above Tychus.
Yeah, Zeratul above Tychus. Yeah. That's
Oh well. Hold on, my wife's asking if I'm done. She's still at work, my goodness. Anyway, who's the best among the B?
Abathur?
Abathur?
Abathur. He gets stronger the longer the game goes.
That's
yeah,
true.
More biomass.
As long as you don't lose too much.
Yes.
That is true. And then
And
Stukov?
Abathur plus Dehaka is really strong, by the way.
Stukov? Speaking of guys who get stronger the longer the game goes, Stukov?
No. He doesn't get that much stronger. He just has more stuff, but I don't think.
Vorazun?
He's really slow at pushing, so and killing.
Vorazun?
He just outlasts the heroes.
Maybe Vorazun and then Alarak.
Vorazun then Alarak?
I don't think Vorazun's bottom B, right?
Yeah.
Because you need to multitask. Like
the thought process was she gets stronger the longer the game goes because of the Shadow Guard thing. But yeah, you guys are right. So who's second among the B? Alarak?
Alarak's clearing is just so control
heavy.
You gotta control really well to not lose stuff.
It's unforgiving.
Micro. Yeah, Alarak, you need to macro and micro together. You need to just build pylons and you need to micro in the front. Whenever you hear the sound, ding, you just really want to go to front because maybe your allies trigger a mine that goes into the center of your supplicants. So yeah.
You can't look away, but you have to because you'll be supply blocked otherwise. My goodness. Yeah. So
I think Zagara or Han Horner could be second.
Because
they clear pretty well.
Yeah,
and they fight heroes pretty decently.
Han and Horner clears Mag-mine, so that helps their ally not die. I'm okay with Han and Horner being second to top B. Because Han and Horner,
the heroes aren't stronger, they don't have a big problem fighting them either.
All right, there we go. Han and Horner second in B. It's done. Oh, sorry, second in B. It's a done deal. Who's next?
Zagara.
Zagara?
Oh, okay. I just want to mention a thing for Han Horner. But yeah, she is still there though. So when you use the strike fighters to if you want to lure a mine or just try to just attack the waves which stays there, you might want to you might need to concern about the vision stuff. The strike fighter might provide visions to the base. So the enemy might just start producing units and goes to locks. So you need to like think about that firstly. Yeah.
All right. So I think Alarak should go after Zagara or Artanis, just because of the Garden
Artanis.
Shell. All right.
Artanis.
All right.
Artanis.
Then
Alarak? Yeah.
Alarak.
then
Yeah.
Stukov and Vorazun. All right. So for C, who's better, Swann or Raynor?
Swann. Swann.
Swann.
Poor Jimmy. Poor
Because you need
Jimmy.
to buy the campaign to play this commander.
Okay, then. So that is our tier list for this week. Oh, by the way, one more thing. Do we have a pair of commanders who are B or lower, but if you have them together, the sum of their the combo, the team, is greater than the sum of their parts? Meaning, do they have a synergy? For example, Artanis and Zagara. Yeah, I think Artanis and Zagara, neither of them are higher than A, but if you have them together, they do really well. Also, Vorazun and Swann, right, Tutu?
They're still slow.
Yeah, but it didn't feel like we were in any danger the whole way through.
See, the only thing that I did was I built stuff at locks. So Vorazun can do that herself, actually. So it doesn't really matter who her ally is.
I guess. So
I mean, you could have Vorazun Karax and it'll be equally like you have
Equally.
someone defending the lock.
yeah, oh well. Any other
what about
synergies?
Artanis plus Raynor?
Raynor or Artanis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work. You can.
It makes him less trash, but
Hey, C is not trash.
Less-
Let's set the record straight. C is not trash. C is mediocre.
less mediocre. Correction.
It's like 50% of work.
All right, those are the only synergy we got so far. Is Zagara and Artanis. I think maybe even Han and Horn or Artanis would be really well. Anyway,
Oh yes, the Guardian Shield plus Emergency Shield Reapers.
yeah. Guys, watch Tutu and Herman's channels. I will link them below, and I will see you guys next time.